Privacy. It has so many meanings, and in particular in Britain at the moment, it's become an extremely controversial, contentious, and politically sensitive subject. Since the Leveson Inquiry report, as one knows, the politicians have been attempting to argue either that Leveson should be dumped altogether, or that some form of Leveson institutions should be established for the protection of privacy in Britain. Now, in the book, what I attempt to do is first of all to explain what this concept means. And it means a great deal of different things to different people, and it means a great deal of different things to different legal systems. Philosophically, privacy could mean, as it has done for many years in the United States, for instance, that a woman's right to abortion, the question of contraception, matters of sexual preference, are all absorbed under the heading of privacy. And then we get questions of telephone hacking, telephone tapping, internet interception, and so on, CCTV cameras on every street corner. All of these are conceived to be privacy issues, and those are discussed in the book as well. Plus, of course, as I mentioned a moment ago, the question of the press, paparazzi, photographs taken and published, intimate details of people's lives, medical details, financial details. All of these find their way often into newspapers and elsewhere. This too is regarded as obviously a privacy issue. And of course, with the advent of the internet, everything seems to have changed. People are more than willing to bare their souls on Facebook and other social networking sites, and yet subsequently regret what they've done, because clearly the internet facilitates opportunities for individuals to find out things that happened many years before, matters that they would far rather forget. So I've discussed in the book the internet and the relationship between internet news and, as it were, conventional newspapers. Plus, of course, there are other issues, the question of data protection, how institutions that collect data, such as banks, insurance companies, the NHS, what do they do with those data about individuals? Some of it is highly sensitive, whether an individual, for example, is HIV positive or is suffering from cancer. That sort of information is often seen by those who shouldn't be seeing it, nurses or individuals who work as receptionists in surgeries, for example. The Data Protection Act does attempt to provide protection for those sorts of information. However, frequently we find that the security of the data is not as secure as it should be. And that's more or less the main topic of the last chapter of the book. I also try to speculate how privacy will survive in the future, whether it will survive. There are some who argue that privacy is dead and cannot be protected, and some who argue it shouldn't be protected.